The worst mic ever made in the world, the NT1A. I know. I opened the box, I expected there to be two LA-120s, instead a single NT1A. Yeah, how does that even happen? I mean, so it's not a joke. Well, okay, well, I don't know. Yeah, that would be great. If you send me some more, that would be great. I really appreciate that. All right, I'll be looking forward to them. Yep, thanks so much. Bye. Hey, it's me again. Sorry, I'm leaving another message. Well, I got the new package, and, well, it was an NT1A again. So I don't know if somebody in your shipping department sent it as a joke or twice. I mean, it's funny. I'll give it that. I mean, it's funny, but it would be really awesome if you could just let me know that it's a joke. Because at this point, I think I don't know. Maybe I'm losing my mind. I don't know. So give me a call back. Just let me know that I'm not crazy. Thanks so much. Talk to you soon. Bye. Because you say bye when you're not in a movie. Who am I talking to? Nobody, as usual. No. I don't know. I think I'm going crazy. Every time I go to reach for something, it ends up being the NT1A. I could think of nothing scarier this Halloween. Also, it was an 80s theme this year, hence the music I wrote for it. It's the month of Halloween here in my timeline. You might be watching this in the future, so it may not be Halloween for you, but like I say each year in October, every day can be Halloween if you let it. Oh yes, I'm excited for another product from my favorite mic company, the Lauten Audio LA-120 small diaphragm condenser mics. I've got two of them here. Oh, we're giving her today. It's like 120% nerdy stuff, and it's coming right up. So, good day and welcome to the Time Preservation Society. I'm Jason Voorhees. Be sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell notification and all that stuff. Like, subscribe, share, all that stuff helps me out. Cheers. So yeah, though not necessarily intended for overhead booming, I used one LA-120 on a boom pole for the entirety of that short film intro bit. I also used one or both of them for Foley and for recording the original music you're hearing throughout this video. And of course, I'm using one right now. It's above me, if you can see it. It's right there. I've said it many times in the past, and I'll say it again. I love Lauten Audio. I love their products. I love the look of the products. I love their logo. I love their team. I love their commitment. And I love their awesome sense of humor. Some companies are, all business. And I appreciate that. But Lauten Audio are just fun-loving people who really enjoy what they do. I was recently asked by them to provide a voiceover for a commercial for their recently released rim mounts. Of course, I agreed. You might have seen it and wondered if it was me. It wasn't not me. Anyway, the LA-120 mics are a pair of small diaphragm condenser mics with a few options. They were first released in 2016, which was the finest hours and a rival ago. In late 2022, their new version 2s hit the shelves. This updates the look of the mics and possibly some other stuff. Anyway, let's have a look at the LA-120s up close and personal like. Of course, in the usual stellar Lauten Audio fashion, the mics come in a gorgeous box, where the mics and accessories are presented in luxurious excellence. I'm telling you, I've opened a lot of mic boxes, and a lot of them are really wonderful, but in my experience so far, no company has ever beaten the presentation that Lauten's mastered. Welcome to the family indeed. At this point, I'm their adopted son. Inside the box, we see two stunning small diaphragm condenser mics, two windscreens and two mic clips to hold the mics, and two additional Omni capsules. That's right, the LA-120 mics come with swappable Omni capsules. The mics are beautiful, just like each and every other mic they make. I just love the black and chrome with a raised red Lauten Audio logo. I love it. Each mic has two switches, and each switch has three positions. The first switch is a high-pass filter that switches between flat 50 Hz or 120 Hz. The second switch is a low-pass filter that switches between flat 15 kHz and 10 kHz. Inside these mics are 17mm pressure gradient capsules. The guts are hand-populated using parts like high-resolution, low-distortion polypropylene capacitors and resistors, and they're built around a US-made JFET for articulate, uncolored, and high-impact performance. These mics are transformerless and have a self-noise of less than 15 dBA. The LA-120s require only the finest, high-grade, triple-distilled, ultra-filtered phantom power that has been aged at least 8 years at 7 degrees Fahrenheit and at 70% humidity. Or you can use any old 48-volt phantom power to achieve similar results. And by similar, I mean the same. Note, that was a joke. Also, try to keep your humidity low around your mics. 60% and lower is best, if you can. I needed to say this, just in case. Each mic weighs about 170 grams. The mics measure... hold on a second, let me just find my trusty old measuring tape here. This measuring tape was handmade by Don Diego de la Vega in what is now known as California back in 1821. I picked it up from some drunk guy named Alejandro back in 98, I think. Anyway, they measure 160 millimeters long and 22 millimeters in diameter. So you heard an LA-20 as a boom mic both in the opening short film and right now as I talk to you. Now let's hear it in the booth where I'll test out the capsules and the switches. Okay, so we're in the booth right now, and I'm trying some different lighting schemes. I threw a light up there just to see what that would look like, and also I moved the camera in front of me here. So we'll see what that looks like. I have no idea, so we're trying it out. Okay, so we've got the Lauten Audio LA-120 in the booth. So, it is dead quiet in here. There is no reverberation. I have no frequencies that are causing any issues. This is dead. Dead. So we've got the cardioid capsule screwed on here. And this is what it sounds like in a booth. Now, I've got a Stedman ProScreen XL pop filter pop screen on here because small diaphragm condenser mics, you can pop them really, really, really easily. So just in case, that's what I'm doing today. So we've got it on flat right now. So let's do some experimenting right now, okay? So let's go and use the high pass filter. Let's go to 50. I think it's 50. Check your screen. All right, so we're rolling off 50 hertz of the bottom. That sounds to me like a little bit more than 50, but I don't know. So what it's happening is that it's rolling off gently on the bottom at 50 hertz. So it can cut out any rumble and other stuff that you might not want when you're recording. So let's go up to, I think it goes to 120. Check your screen. All right, so, whoa. Okay, so now we're rolling off at, I think, 120 hertz from the bottom end, and everything above 120 is coming through. So that's obviously quite a lot. There's a lot of uses for this, but not for voiceover. Then again, you wouldn't use this mic for voiceover anyway. All right, back to flat. All right, so we're back on full frequency. You can hear the difference. Let's try the low pass filter. So let's start the first one, which I think is 15, sorry. It's 15 kilohertz. Check your screen. And that's the sound of everything above 15 kilohertz being rolled off. Very good. And that's the sound. Let's go all the way to 10. So 10 rolled off. And that's what it sounds like. Yeah, okay. See, this is useful for guitar cabs and other things like that. Back to flat. Okay, so we're back in flat. Why don't we do both? High and low max, just for the fun of it. All right, so now we've got a very narrow frequency. We've got high and low taken off, and this is what that sounds like. All right, back to flat, and we're back on flat. All right, let's switch capsules to Omni so we can check that out. All right, so now you're hearing the sound of Omni, and it's picking up most of the booth now, not just zeroed in on my voice. It's picking up all around it, so you're hearing the sound of the booth. Although this Omni is a little bit testing 1 2 testing 1 2 testing. It's got a sweet spot. A little bit of one. I'm not getting much of a proximity effect, which is great. The good thing about Omni is that while it doesn't have any proximity effect when you get close, it also doesn't lose bass when you get further away, which is why in field recording, a couple of Omni mics are great when you want to pick up, lower frequencies from further away. All right, back to cardioid. All right, so we're back to cardioid, and you can hear the difference when I go offside a lot more. And the proximity effect is working as it should with cardioid. All right, so that's the booth test. Let's go back to the video. And of course, it wouldn't be the TPS if I didn't write and record a mini song using them. The following song was recorded entirely with the Lauten Audio LA-120 mics. I didn't use any drums in the song. Even the bass was recorded by miking a cab with an LA-120. I stereo mic'd my acoustic guitar with both LA-120s for this. It's just one acoustic, two mics for a, wide sound. If you use headphones or pretty much on any speaker, if you really listen, you'll be able to hear the click track bleeding through the acoustic guitar parts. I was going to edit them out, but I don't know. I decided to leave them in for whatever reason. All right, here it is. To write a song to show this mic's clarity in stereo, so you can hear how good it sounds when I strum lightly and slow. I use the cardioid capsules, 'cause Omni's just too wide for this song. I think I nailed the acoustic sound. What do you think of that? Seems like Spotify, maybe 10. You can pick up your very own pair of Lauten Audio LA-120 small diaphragm condenser mics for $499 from your favorite retailer. Some retailers are selling them for $399 until October 31st. So I think that's $100 off right now. If you're watching this in the future, sorry about your luck. You suck. So, but if you're watching this when they have the deal here before October 31st, 2024, now's the time to grab a pair. I've included links in the description below. As expected, the LA-120 mics are fantastic, with one little caveat. They could have really sucked, because all mic companies are allowed to make crappy mics here and there. But these are the 4th Lauten Audio mics I've tested, and once again, they're fantastic. The sound is fantastic, as you heard in that song. Just so you know, the acoustic guitar, once again, there was no EQ going on there. That was just the sound of the guitar being mic'd by two of these guys. A single LA-120 worked wonderfully as an overhead boom mic, but I did notice that the noise is higher than I would like. Even now, you can probably hear that it has some self-noise. Now, this is expected with small diaphragm condenser mics. For boom mics, they generally try to keep that low. And this is a bit higher for that than I would have liked. As singles or as a stereo pair for music recording, they were exceptional. What they're designed for. A small diaphragm condenser mic isn't my top choice for recording vocals, yet, as you heard, it sounded marvelous even in that application. And of course, the noise, self-noise of mics don't matter so much in music applications, if that's what you're looking at these for. If you're looking for a couple of high-end, low-cost, small diaphragm condenser mics that look extremely expensive, look no further. I fully recommend these mics. So while I wouldn't use these mics for field recording or, necessarily for booming, it would not be my first choice. These mics are fantastic for music, as I said before. If you're trying to do ultra-quiet sources, maybe choose other ones. But for the actual sound quality, the sound quality is fantastic, as you heard. They sound fantastic. Again, a great job at that. Well, that'll just about do it for all of me here at the Time Preservation Society. Bye now. End transmission. Thank you kindly. Very much. Thank you very much. We'll see you soon. Watch these videos. Goodbye.